Now, the BCCI is a trendsetter. Take the IPL, the Indian Premier League, for example. They've always tried to innovate ways to make the game more interesting and challenging. Like when they introduced the impact player rule. It made everyone rejig their strategies, and today they have lifted the saliva ban that we spoke about during the Champions Trophy. But that's not what we're discussing today. The very same BCCI, who are innovators in the sport, are also ones who hold an iron fist when it comes to keeping the rules that they make intact. Like the controversial one around restrictions to players' families on tours. The cricketers have shown enough resistance to this one ever since the Diktat came to be, and the ones who spoke about it have been the superstars in the Indian dressing room. One, of course, openly addressed it at an RCB franchise event not too long ago. Virat Kohli was blatant in his opposition to the new rules that restrict families travelling with the squad. He spoke about how important their presence was, and then there was, of course, his teammate and the skipper, Rohit Sharma, who unwittingly admitted how catastrophic this would be. In a leaked audio, he was heard saying there would be a lot of anger within the dressing room over this particular rule. And after Kohli's brazen honesty, there were many reports that suggested that the board could possibly bow down now, maybe make a U-turn, reconsider their tough stance on allowing families for longer periods as they used to. But then came the stronger words of the new BCCI secretary, Devajit Saikia, who, speaking to a website, rubbished all such reports that said the Indian board would go back on one of the diktats they had drawn up.
At this stage, the current policy will remain intact, as it is of paramount importance to both the nation and our institution, the BCCI. There may be some resentment. People are entitled to express their views. The policy is applied uniformly to all team members and has been implemented with the best interests of everyone in mind.
Thereby reiterating the stronghold the board continues to possess. The Indian Cricket Board has been firm and ruthless in their quest to improving the standard of Indian cricket, in their perseverance of success and establishing their foundation, the roots of Indian cricket. They've taken some bold steps over the last few years in this regard, like when they slashed contracts of top cricketers like Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan to prove a point that no matter what, India's domestic structure was paramount, and disregarding that would entail punishment. Like when they decided to rope in a stern figure like Gautam Gambhir on board to helm Indian cricket as the head coach. It reinforced the vision they themselves have for Indian cricket. They not only wish to boss over world cricket, but also want to set an example of that at home in their own backyard. They want to show that they are running a tight ship. And any decision that they make, whatever it may be, is final. Even a powerful cricketing voice won't be able to alter or navigate that. And all they have to do is show what happened post the Diktat coming into play, which was right after that loss against Australia. India ended up winning the Champions Trophy. They did so being the most dominant side in the tournament. So why go back on something they know has worked rather perfectly?
Good afternoon, Prime Minister Lakshman.
Good afternoon.
Making headlines in India well before you landed here. New Delhi has raised concerns in the recent past vis-a-vis the Khalistani separatists that operate in New Zealand. How do you propose to address these concerns?
In our democracy, we believe in the freedom of speech.
Organizations like the Al-Qaeda or ISIS were to hold a referendum in New Zealand, something related to one of your Western partners. Would you say the same?
We have very well-defined laws in our democracy.
No specific conversation on Khalistan on this visit.
It was raised with me. I also raised back our position.
Are you willing to be open to these concerns from New Delhi?
As I keep coming back to you to say, we have strong laws in our system.
Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question. Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes.
Do you think Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choice.
How do you keep fighting?
You are asking me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.